So I'm going to start with a little bit of hip shifting. Two different ways that there's like a million different ways that we could do it. But if you just start inside lying on your left side, you can use a small ball. You can use a foam roller. You could use nothing. You can use a yoga block. I personally like to use like a small ball because rolling is easier that way. So if I'm laying on my side, I want you to think about resting your head on something, and then you can have a small ball, you can have a foam roller, you can have a yoga block, or again, nothing in between your legs. So we talk about this a lot. It's all about the way you're doing what you're doing. So like setting yourself up 90 degrees of hip flexion. So I'm like laying in a deep squat position, but my feet are on the wall, okay? I wanna think, can I put this ball between my legs? Okay, I'm on my left side. We're gonna do both sides, but like the way I'm gonna cue it is that way. Right now, my left rib cage is back, and see, I could run like a toy car underneath the side of my body. I want you to think about hip shifting in a sideline position. We're gonna go through internal and external rotation at the pelvis. So I'm on my left side. My arms are reaching in front of me, so my rib cage is back. And I'm just gonna think my right knee is gonna reach forward, okay? And I'm gonna think about my left leg pushing up into the ball. I'm not lifting my leg up, but I'm just creating tension into the ball or the foam roller with my left adductor, okay? I want you to just breathe here for 3 breaths. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, you're going to pull back. Don't turn, like don't arch in your back and don't roll everything. Just pull the femur back and then drive the right knee down. So it's your adductor on the right, driving into the ball or the block. Then you're just gonna move in and out of it 3 times. So you're gonna go like this, reach forward, push the left adductor in to the ball, the block, whatever, pull back, push in again, this side with the right side. Reach forward, push with the left, pull back, drive with the right. Push forward, push with the left, pull back, drive with the right. Marcy, put your feet down on the ground. Like put them all the way down. Yep, exactly. But they're gonna go on the wall. So they're literally right there, not way up here. Okay? Now, we're gonna do the exact same thing on the opposite side, okay?
Butt and some abs.
Good, perfect. So that's the hip shift. I also want you guys to realize this. You know, we used to do a lot of this stuff. You guys have all been with me for a long time. Do you notice how it automatically goes to the right place now? Do you know what I mean? It took you a long time to get there, but now you have it, right? And it wasn't just practicing the same thing over and over again. We were doing it in different positions. So make sure that your right rib cage is back and you just understand it a little bit more. You're a little bit more patient with it. Arms are reaching forward. All you're gonna do is reach forward with your left knee, drive your right adductor into the ball, and just breathe here for 3 breaths. So my bottom leg is driving in, getting those adductors on. If your adductor can help pull your femur back in the socket, you will feel the glute. Then you're gonna pull back and you're gonna drive the left adductor into the ball as you pull back. You're just doing 3 breaths forward, 3 breaths back. Drea, just make sure that your hip isn't hiking on the right. Yep, so drop that hip like down towards the wall. Then you're just gonna shift in and out of it. So I'm here and I'm just reaching forward. Exhale, drive the left adductor into the ball. Inhale to pull back. Exhale, drive the right knee into the ball or whatever it is between your legs. Inhale. exhale, pull back, inhale, exhale. So you're basically just like scissoring your pelvis, accessing internal and external rotation. Now, this is exactly the same thing as if I was to do a bridge on my back. So that's what we're gonna go into next. So I'm on my back right here, and I'm literally gonna do the same exact thing. Feet on the wall. Can be barefoot, can have your shoes on. Ball between your knees. Bring your ribs back as you exhale. And imagine your right knee reaching long up towards the ceiling as your left side pulls down the wall. My right arm is gonna drive into the ground because I feel like I'm falling right in this position, and I'm gonna pull the left hip back. So my whole left side, left low back, mid back, pelvis is all on the ground, and my right side is off. Could I do this? Sure could. Don't have to, but my left side is pulling down, and my left knee is driving in, and my right knee is reaching long. Now I want you to do exactly the same thing on the opposite side, and you're just breathing while you do that. Pull the right side back, lift the left knee long. I don't need to drive as much because I'm over my right side, but what we're trying to do is get over the right and get over the left. Whole right side of my body is up against the ground. Maybe I lift my left leg off, but I need to be able to keep reaching the left knee long and pulling down on the right heel. Do it one more time on each side, just one breath. You're just pulling down on the left. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale. Now, long lever bridge. Lose this, and I want you to just think about bridging using hip extension, using an inhale, long lever. I'm just gonna do this, drive my elbows down into the ground. Inhale, squeeze my butt, exhale down. Inhale, squeeze my butt, exhale down. Inhale, squeeze my butt, exhale down. I'm gonna do that 10 to 12 times. Inhale up, exhale down. And I want you to do that 12 times on each side. This is more emphasis on the glute, more emphasis on external rotation. When we did the version that we did with the 90-90, that was more internal rotation. I was focusing on getting like your rib cage back, relaxing the glutes. Margaret, you could probably lift your left leg higher up the wall. So just think like 120-degree bend of the knee. Now, I want you guys to flip over and we're gonna go into a bear position, but we're gonna keep our knees down on the ground and we're just gonna think about how do our lats help us get our abdominals on board. So if I have my feet kind of dragging up the wall behind me, I'm gonna think arms reach, but also like the heels of the hands are digging down and back towards the wall, okay? So if I'm here and I'm in my bear position, I want my feet pulling up the wall. I want my hands pushing into the ground, but then also doing this, like scuffing back while my sternum stays long. So I'm here creating a lot of tension externally via my hamstrings and my lats, and you're gonna hold here and breathe for 5 breaths. So my chin is lifted, and I'm getting my abs on in a shortened position as I expand through my back on the inhale, and then exhale, and from the bottom. Inhale. Exhale, and take from the bottom. Low ribs move back. Do you see how you're creating your own tension via dragging on the hands? You're able to keep some tension in your abdominals as you inhale, expand into your back, and then you're exhaling, getting those abdominals on. So I just want to take you through a couple things that show you how we get the hamstrings on and how we get the abs on in a shortened and a lengthened position. So turn around, lay down on your back. We're gonna do those dead bugs that are like lengthening through the abs and like getting a little bit of a lat stretch. So I don't see anybody in here who's gonna need a crazy modification, but like Liz, you could leave your feet down on the ground always leaving one foot down on the ground. And you're gonna grab onto like anywhere less than 15 pounds. So I could grab onto my 15-pound weight, I'm gonna hold onto it, and I'm gonna reach at an upward diagonal as I reach my leg in opposition. So if I'm laying on my back, I'm here, I have my weight reaching up towards the ceiling. Liz is gonna keep both of her legs down. Everybody else can start here. Inhale, and then exhale. Arms are going to the left, leg is going to the right, but this is my exhale. This is my inhale. This is my exhale. Exhale, 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 all the air out. Do you see how my arms are straight, Caitlin? Try to keep your arms straight and only go as far as you can, keeping your rib cage and your pelvis in a line. I want you to just do 10 of these. So you can alternate, you can do 5 on each side. You're going in opposition. If my arms go to the right, then that's my left leg that extends. Good. Exhale the ribs back. Rebecca, before you go, reach your arms up so that your shoulder blades are like wrapping around. Don't do that. Try to get this back towards the ground so that you're in a good stack position before you move. Good, long exhales. So do you see how we did the bear? That was more like shortened. This is a more lengthened contraction. Both are getting your abs, just differently, right? Guess what? You're gonna go back to the bear one more time. 5 of those breaths as you're dragging on the heels of the hands. You're not clenching on your butt, you're keeping that open. Just because I engage and clench through one area doesn't mean I'm bracing my whole body. So this is going here. My feet are pulling up the wall. I can take a good inhale into my back. Exhale. Engage the lower abdominals, hip bones draw towards each other. I keep that tension in my abs as I inhale again into my back. Exhale. Blow all my air out. My rib cage is moving up towards the ceiling. All this stuff like takes work, but then it's like all comes together very nicely when you've practiced it for a while. So say you did 5 breaths of that. Maintaining that feeling of like your ass being open, your rib cage being stacked over your pelvis, like some lats being on.